Okay, I think we should be live now. It's a Saturday night stream, a Saturday Syria night stream. You can call it what you like, but there's a lot of weird shit going on, so I kind of wanted to do another stream. We talked about it a little bit about 2 days back, where there was speculation that there might be action in Syria, what was going on in the Donald Trump White House. Now it seems that people are slightly divided on what the fuck is happening. We had a little bit of a little bit of an oopsie and dropped 60 Tomahawk missiles on a Syrian air base. A little bit of a little bit of a snafu, especially when people are saying only 50% of them hit. I don't know. I don't know, but I wanted to do a stream. I don't think you fucking neats have anything else to do tonight, even though it's a weekend. You should be out getting laid or getting high, or I don't know what the fuck you do, but something. But you're watching me talk about politics on YouTube, which is a fucking mistake. Well, we'll do it. Who gives a shit? Hopefully the audio's coming through just fine. I'm guessing it is. Not 100%. But it's a laid back stream. There's not a lot going on with this. It's a let's talk to chat and figure out what the fuck is happening kind of stream today. Also, because for whatever reason, YouTube stopped taking comments that were put in chat and then adding them or applying them to videos. So all the shit you're spamming right now doesn't show up. I'm going to put it on screen, because fuck YouTube. So go ahead and scream gas the kikes as much as you want. It's going to be saved forever in video form. So let me just get rid of the background here, make sure everything's going right. Oh, I think we're good. Oh, and it just froze. Oh, there we go. Thought it froze on me for a second. It's freezing on me again. Gotta love it when it does. There we are. There we are. Chat should be showing up. Should be showing up. Saw somebody say Destiny destroyed Jim. Interesting way of putting the fact that he wanted to go carpet bomb Mexico. I don't know if you call that a victory. Well, it's probably a victory if you're not a Mexican, because you're not getting carpet bombed. I guess it's all about perspective. How you activate those almonds really plays a fucking key part in what's going on. And there's a fucking delay too. So everything you're hearing is like a minute off. But nonetheless, there you are, chat. You're on the right hand side. Spam away. Throw up the best shit you can. It's what makes YouTube fun. I never understood why people would moderate the chat and ban people or prohibit certain comments. Doesn't make any sense to me. Half the fun is the fucking chaos. What are you gonna do though? Some people have a stick up their ass. They can't handle the banter. But I like the banter. I want you to bring the banter. Destiny did 9/11. It's a theory. I don't know how factual that theory is, but maybe you're right. Maybe he did do 9/11. But I think it'd be nice to. How should we start this? I think it would be nice to broach the subject because I've seen a lot of back and forth going on in regards to Donald Trump, his action in Syria, and what's going on in his White House. And I know there's a ton of shit going on both 4 pole and 8 pole. I'm sure the Donald and all other places where people who are Donald Trump supporters are hanging out right now. I've seen a myriad of screenshots from Sharia Blue and other groups in their own private little IRCs or their own Discord servers talking about spamming and swaying opinion. But I think the best place to start in regards to this conversation is what do you stand behind? Did you vote for the man or did you vote for what the man stood for? Because I think that's going to give you the clearest idea of where you stand on just recent goings on and what the fuck is happening, I guess, right now in Trump's presidency. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers if you vote for Hillary Clinton, you're voting for World War III. And now we're talking about sending troops into Syria. They were saying that what 400 special forces, 400 special or U.S. special forces are going through the border into Syria. We're talking about sending a was it a naval destroyer, a U.S. ship, up towards North Korea, it seems like some shit's getting a little off the handle. You know, it's getting a little it's getting a little fucking risky. And I think another thing too to kind of take into account is what I talked about 2 days ago, and what people have been talking about on social media and just in the news in general, in regards to Kushner and Bannon. This kind of conflict that's arisen in the White House between a nationalist idea and a globalist idea. Between somebody like Bannon, who was, let's keep our campaign pledges, let's keep the promises we put forward, let's stick to the platform that we listed, and somebody like Kushner, who I don't really know much about. All I kind of know about him are the actions through people that he has surrounded himself by. Now, there have been new articles that have come out, and people, it's always an anonymous source, but you can never believe an anonymous source. Nonetheless, saying that Bannon looks like he's being pushed out, like he's going to be set out to pasture. So this goes back to what I'm saying. Did you vote for the man, Donald Trump, or did you vote for what Donald Trump stood for? Because you might be faced with a situation in the next month, at the rate things are going, where you're going to have to make a really hard decision. Are you on that Trump train, or are you off of it? When you see all these shills, the people that hated Trump just because they hate Trump, they're fucking liberals, they're Democrats, they're neocons, they're rhinos, the whole fucking group of them, talking about how much they hate Donald Trump. And they shill and they try to fucking sow dissension and divide and conquer, and they do that shit, and they've always done that shit. This group of people is going to do that regardless of what Trump does. So, whether or not they're trying to sway your opinion shouldn't really matter to you. What should matter is what you think of the current situation and why you supported him or are supporting him. It's strange. I said before that, during the Republican primaries and even during the election, that the reason I didn't vote for Trump was I disagreed with him on national security. But I never thought the issue of are we going to go to war with somebody was going to come up, or are we going to have military intervention in the Middle East. I never thought that was going to come up. But I find it really fucking strange that during that election cycle, after the Republican primaries, during the election cycle, all the people that the alt-right or Trump supporters or even myself would shit talk, people like Billy Crystal, fucking Sultradamus, or all the ass-kissing fucking RNC retards. All those people that everybody hated and hated Trump, they hated Trump, are now congratulating him. You've got McCain, you've got Crystal, you've got all these people saying what a great job he's doing. So when you have all these people that were completely opposed to you and your viewpoint and the politics you stood for when you were electing Trump, now suddenly praising everything he does and watching those actions happen, it's got to make you take a fucking step back and say, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. I really don't have a grasp of what crazy fucking timeline we found ourselves in. But I thought it'd be interesting to talk about. So you tell me, chat, what the fuck is going on? Has Trump done a 180? Is this part of some master 4D underwater water polo shtick that he's doing where he's going to get everybody to kind of go the way that he wants them to go? Or is everything going to shit? Billy Crystal. Listen, both of them are terrible actors. So I feel confident fucking his name up because the man's a retard. MLP poll will ML poll will Trump. Is that what you said? Somebody saying, oh, Scott D86. Trump has no ideology. I disagree. What did he run on when he was talking to the American people? It seems like his major talking points, the major planks in his platform, were really, really clear. We have an issue with immigration. We have an issue with our economy. We have an issue with jobs. Those seem to be three really solid things that he talked about. And one of the other kind of major ones was we need to drain the swamp. We need to get rid of career politicians. We need to get rid of lobbyists. We need to get money out of Washington. These were the things that he talked about that got people really interested. And for whatever reason, it resonated this time around. It was, Trump's run before. He's dipped his toe into the political pool before. But it was these talking points and this idea at the right time in front of the right people that really captured everybody's imagination. So I disagree. I do think he has an ideology. Now, you could argue that, well, maybe he has beliefs that he hasn't really brought forward, or maybe he was kind of holding back, or maybe he's more of a centrist than right or left. Yeah, that's a fair argument, but I do believe he has an ideology. I do believe he has a principled viewpoint on certain issues. My girlfriend loves cock in her ass. Can you help? Are you asking me to put my cock in your girlfriend's ass? That's a really weird thing to ask. Are you a cuck? Do you want to watch me as I do that and applaud from the corner? We could probably sell the tape to BuzzFeed. I know they love that shit. Top 10 cuckings. Let's get on that. Let's make that a reality. Trump's policy is to follow whoever gives him the most money. Yeah, but everybody says politicians are bought and corrupt, and a lot of them are. But Trump is really, really rich to begin with. Even if you want to dispute the amount of wealth he has, I don't think it's unfair to say that he is wealthy. So what is he going to sell out for? I mean, is somebody going to slide him $1 million and he's going to be like, oh yeah, fuck it, let's bomb Syria, fuck Assad? I just don't buy into that kind of an idea. I don't think he's that easily bought. I've seen the argument put forward that the reason that he is intervening in Syria in relation to this chemical weapon attack is because the images of dead children upset him. My problem with that was it 2013 or 2014 when documents came forward when people were talking about how the rebels in Syria were going to basically false flag a chemical weapons attack. Right? You remember that? It got spread all over the place, didn't end up happening. People didn't buy into that bullshit. And now we see a similar thing happen, but this time people are buying into it. Did kids die? I'm sure they did. Were people killed with chemical weapons? I bet that happened. Did Assad do it? That I'm doubtful about. Were propaganda efforts put into motion to make to gain the most capital out of the event that happened? Probably. Probably. We are at war with Assad now, World War III. Is this the war you want, though? I mean, is this the war that. So we go into Syria and we get entrenched. We send in troops. We use our capital. We spend a shit ton of money and time, and we invest in another fucking Middle Eastern shithole to win what? To ensure a fucking pipeline goes through, which is what? Syria is the only one opposing the pipeline that's proposed right now. So what? We have to knock him off. That's the real reason we're going to go down there. I'm sick of seeing American soldiers get fucking thrown away on conflicts which don't benefit us as a nation. And I understand this, I sympathize with kids dying. I do. I get it. Nobody wants that. But us intervening and spending, what was it, $1.5 million dollars on each Tomahawk missile, you launch 60 of them. 90 million fucking dollars to hit one airbase, and you didn't even take out the runway. And I saw Trump's response, and I've heard other people say that airways on these air bases are easily replaced, and it doesn't take them a lot of money or time to do it. Well, yeah, that's not really the point, though, is it? I mean, if you're saying they're launching chemical weapon attacks from this particular facility, you want to take out their operational ability completely. More than just taking out munition dumps and hangars and, planes that are laid out on the field. Take out the fucking runway. Otherwise, they're going to launch more attacks, which they're doing, by the way, because planes are flying out of that airbase. So we spent $90 million dollars bombing a fucking airfield. All our missiles didn't end up hitting targets. And the fucking thing's still operational and it's actually being used right now. So what did we gain out of that one particular instance? To reduce Russia's oil supply. So we're fighting a proxy war with Russia. When has that worked out for the US? You remember the domino theory, the bullshit rationale for us getting involved in fucking Southeast Asia, Indochina, and all of that? Oh, we have to go there and fight them. Otherwise, Russia will benefit from our inaction. Yeah, Vietnam and all of those conflicts really worked out well for us. We've got to stop Russia by outspending them. That may be a that strategy may work when you're not actually engaged in conflict. If you're not wasting lives, if you're just bullshitting and say, "Hey, we're gonna create a laser defense grid using satellites and call it Star Wars," and freak out the Russians enough where they overspend money and bankrupt themselves. Okay, but I don't want to get into a fucking ground conflict where people are dying to accomplish that kind of a goal. Chris saying it's political posturing. I understand that nations like to slap balls against each other. It's a dick measuring contest who has the biggest military, who can make the biggest boom. But we already seem to be getting more entangled. I guess what I'd have to ask is, do you mean this is like shock and awe? Are we bombing airfields? Are we spending this money and putting ourselves out there for a shock and awe reaction? Are we trying to bring Assad to the negotiating table? What do we have to negotiate about exactly? Bring back the Ottoman Empire. That's going to work well with everybody. If we want a new, I don't know, caliphate, let them set it up in Sweden. They're already halfway there. I know Marine and Intel that wants to discuss this with you, but your account is suspended on Twitter. I have a secondary account, which I don't really use, that was set up in December. So if somebody wants to send me information for whatever reason, it's We Was Metokur. WEWUZMETOKUR. We Was Metokur. You can send it to that. What happened to Jade? She is dead in a cornfield. I am drawing all the art myself. I got you. I fooled you. You didn't know I had artistic ability, but all those pictures, that's all been me. the, the French really fucked us during Vietnam. That's what the French do. They're either getting somebody else killed or running away to go eat a baguette and cry into a fucking glass of wine. Welcome to the French mindset. It's all 4D chess game with God, Buddha, and you. Vietnam did work. It was hippie kikes that shut it down. I don't know if you could call Vietnam a success. I would think that it was more disastrous. We were engaged in warfare with a group that I, I don't. I'm trying to think of a way you could, I guess, qualify Vietnam as being successful economically, strategically, militarily. I'm not seeing it. I'll debate it with you. If you got some good points, throw them out. What are your thoughts on Tubi from Near Automata? I haven't played it yet. I want to get it on PC, but there's some issues with resolution and frame rate stability and a few other things. I'm waiting for them to patch that first officially, and then I'll probably pick it up. I hear it's a great game, though. You morons voted in Trump, and now you realize how stupid you all are. Well, that's what the conversation is about. I'm not saying that Trump is done a 180. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. My biggest concern, I think the biggest indicator for trouble ahead. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. The biggest indicator for trouble ahead is going to be Bannon. If if Bannon gets pushed out, that is not a good indicator of where things are going to go. So when I read these articles about Kushner and Bannon fighting, when I read articles talking about people that are in the Trump administration talk about, Bannon getting pushed out, that worries me. Because I understand what Bannon's mindset is. And if Trump is kind of cutting him off, if he's kind of throwing that aside, that means that he is posturing. He is turning away from what he said he was going to do into something different. China is genetically engineering autistic monkeys. It's good to know. If we ever get into a war fighting autistic monkeys, we'll know the Chinese sent them. What are your thoughts on moving forward for Trump? I wish he would have. This is my personal thought on the Syria situation. I wish he would have waited a week. I wish he would have waited a week and waited for more intel to come out. or confirmed what was actually going on in depth. Getting somebody involved that could look into it rather than taking the words of, these deep state assets, these intelligence agencies that have a target painted on his back. We've seen the fighting going on between governmental agencies. We've seen CIA, the NSA, the FBI. Nobody seems to understand what the fuck is going on because they're all bickering with one another. And it seems like they're gunning for Trump. So when they're talking about, well, we've got this intel coming in and it's been confirmed from these sources through intelligence, that makes me a little bit nervous because I don't think they're looking out for Trump's best interest or the best interest of the country. Do I regret not voting for Jeb? Well, every day I cry a little. Because if Jeb were in office right now, we'd be having a giant guacamole party, wouldn't we? It's bad to stay up while you're sick. You should get some sleep. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired. You know what? Let's stop thinking about things. Let's get a little sleep. A little bit of shut eye. Let our minds rest a little bit. Deactivate the almonds. Jeb will be president and save us all. Is he still alive? I'm fairly certain he threw himself off a roof. My boyfriend is the cuck you called out earlier. Should I put plutonium in his food? Well, plutonium is really upping the game. If you want to do the Roger Stone method of poisoning somebody with radioactive material, you need to use polonium. And you have to be careful because I've heard reports that Roger Stone is now a superhero. He can actually walk underwater and not have to breathe. He can lift a city bus with one hand. And he can't fly just yet, but he can leap incredible distances. So be very careful. Sarin gas smells like almonds. What a way to die. What a way to die smelling almonds. You should have clapped. We all should have clapped. It's too late now. We're all fucked. Is it possible that Putin is sacrificing Assad? Well, there were reports that somebody in the Trump administration or in military intelligence was told to contact the Russians and I'm sure the Syrian government. And who does that, by the way? If we're going to spend 90 million fucking dollars bombing something, who calls them and says, "Hey, heads up. it's look up in the sky in about 5 minutes. Talk to you later." You'd think the element of surprise is something you wouldn't want to just give away. Now, I get it. There were Russians on that base, and so we didn't want to accidentally kill them and start another fucking war. But is Putin sacrificing Assad? What does Putin get out of it? So he what? He steps back and allows the U.S. and allies in the region to go into Syria and depose Assad, and then what is Putin getting out of that? Somebody said earlier in the chat that this is to hurt Russia's oil supply. This is to fuck with their energy economy. So if that really is a side effect of us going in and getting rid of Assad, or somebody else doing it, how does that benefit Putin? He's got to get something out of it. That's the fucking point, Jim. It was intended to be a low casualty mission. Well, here's a counterpoint. If we want a low casualty mission, how about we do it for a low amount of fucking money? If you want a low casualty mission, try not spending $90 million dollars to fucking do it. I don't care if you send in special forces with a fucking super soaker and a couple hand grenades. I'm sure we can get it below the budget of 90 million fucking taxpayer dollars to do a low casualty mission on an airbase that doesn't make it non-operational. What? It's fucking ridiculous. Let's bomb them for $90 million, dollars, give them a heads up before we do it, fuck the job up, and then let them run fucking operations out of that base the very next goddamn day. I know we have munitions that cost less fucking money. I know there are ways we could have done it for less fucking cost. Putin gets domestic support. Domestic support in Russia? From I guess I don't see it. Sacrifice autistic. Okay, that one went by too quickly. Didn't the American missiles kill some kids? That would be fucking ironic, wouldn't it? If America acted because we were upset that kids got gassed, and then we bomb them and end up killing kids. That's got a little bit of got to look a little foolish with that. Look a little foolish with that. Yeah, Jim, that's why it wasn't an attack, just an attempt to get Warhawks to shut up. Again, $90 million, right? The cost really pisses me off. I think more than anything else. John Oliver was right. Apologize. Fuck John Oliver. John Oliver probably is happy that we're going into Syria. Check your draft Jim. They would hear my ass wheezing from a mile away. I'd be complaining because I got sand in my boots, and I'd be coughing because of all the Camel cigarettes, and I'd get my fucking head blown off. It would be more profitable and more cost efficient not to send me than it would be to send me. Are you ready to be drafted to fight the Russians? What weird fucking timeline. Anybody else feel that? I mean, this is probably your fault, right? You all thought Keck was so great. Fucking God of Chaos, right? Oh, we love the God of Chaos. We're going to use the God of Chaos and fucking darkness to get the politician we want elected. Well, he is the God of fucking chaos, so I guess switching timelines like this makes perfect fucking sense. There's always a price to pay, isn't there, when you tamper with the occult? Dra- Draft me. Hey, start it as a hashtag. Send it to Trump. Draft Jim. See if he has any idea what the fuck you're talking about. Well, if you do a cheapy mission, everybody will think it's obvious fake attack. Again, I don't know about that. I guess my argument here is we could have done it cheaper. That's my argument. I truly believe we could have destroyed just as much shit for less amount of money. All right, I'm going to switch over. Let me do this for 1 second here. I'm going to switch over to to Twitter, and I will see what pops up. All right, these are the comments from Twitter. The southern occupation of U.S. troops in Syria is a to establish two new provinces. I can speak more about this on your stream. All right, to establish two new provinces. I read an article about an hour ago talking about how we were going in there with, was it Jordan, to establish a safe zone in the south. So I think I understand a bit about what you're talking about. I'll bring people on in a little bit, and we'll get some people talking and see how things go. A lovely picture, a lovely picture of an Israeli uh, whispering sweet nothings into Trump's ear, taken from the Lord of the Rings. I'm sure you can figure out exactly what scene I'm referring to. A death threat telling me not to go to school tomorrow. Luckily for me, junior high isn't in session. All right, so I don't have to run into you in homeroom. Fuck off, brah. The Islamist group that kidnapped a journalist, and Jeb would save us all with his guac recipes. I'm fairly certain that's what's going to happen. We need World War III so the Europeans can survive the nuclear winter and kick Tyrone's ass in Fallout Real Life Edition. That's from Kawaii Nazi Girl. Well, Kawaii Nazi Girl, I think Europe is a lost cause at this point. I think Sweden's a lost cause. I think Germany's a lost cause. I I'm guessing in maybe 20 years it's going to be funny to watch the outcome of their open border immigration policies and leftist economic policies. Um, but I don't even think dropping a nuke on them is going to have any effect. I think they're fucked. Is it true you're a constitutionalist? Kind of. I just like saying it because people have no idea what it means. but more or less, yeah. Like I've said before, I'm a constitutionalist that leans right as far as economic policies go. I've always been hands off on the personal life shit. Debates about gay marriage or transgender rights or all that shit. I don't fucking care about any of that. When I'm talking about leaning right, I'm interested in military. I'm interested in economy. I think it'd be great if we had a politician that went into office and could focus on, the brass tacks, right? The main core issues, and let everybody else go running around like chickens with their heads cut off about social issues. Who fucking cares? Well, fix the economy, make sure the military is standing good, make sure our defense is good, make sure we get our immigration policy fixed. That's about the gist of my politics. Jim, when are you doing that guy with? I'm just going to switch it on so you guys can see this. Let me just adjust here. Assad didn't do nothing. He's a good boy. All right, just that. There we go. You should be able to see now, chat. There you are. See, you're all on the right hand side. How much is a small nuke? 90 million. Maybe Trump has a point with the nukes. I actually don't know the cost of a nuclear warhead or the delivery system you'd use to get it there. I'm not sure what the total cost of even our smallest or most, at least effective, I guess, nuclear weapon would be. What is it, a Davy Crockett? Is that the one that is a shoulder-mounted RPG fucking nuke? So I don't know. I couldn't answer you. Thoughts on Assad. Here are my thoughts on Assad. I don't fucking care about Assad. I don't fucking care about Syria. Let the Middle East blow itself up. I don't give a shit about any of it. We've got issues over here that we could be focusing on. Fuck the Middle East. Fuck Syria. Fuck Iran. Fuck Iraq. Fuck Afghanistan. Fuck the whole shitty little sandcastle that's in that part of the world. I don't give a shit. If they put Assad into power and they don't like him, they can take him out of power. Why is it the job of America to go in there and fix this supposed fuck up? What would be the cheaper option? Anyone can say we'd like the cheaper option. I don't know. Send in some fucking drones with I don't know to give you a cost breakdown, but I really don't think that 60 Tomahawk missiles was the cheapest option to go with. 200 million for a sub nuke, somebody in chat said. So that's the answer to your question. You were saying, how much is that going to cost? Well, there you go. $200 million, apparently. I'd like to discuss some things about Syria, Skype name. I'll pull people on in a little bit here. When is the baby due, guys? What baby are we talking about? Jim, when are you doing the That Guy with the Glasses video? That's coming up the last Saturday of this month. The first video will be up. And then it'll be followed by one video each month. There'll be about 7 of them. So there you go. The first one will be on the Nostalgia Critic and the formation of the website. I think that's April 29th is when it's going up, or April 30th. And that's when the first one comes out. And now I've learned enough to know that I'm going to put the background image on first before I refresh this. Otherwise, there are going to be about 1,000 pictures of dicks on this Twitter account. I know how this shit works. I learned my lesson the last time. Okay. All right, let's see where we're going here. Fight me, bitch. And he's got his waifu's pillow. That's nice. Hey, that's a cute little airsoft gun you have there. Did your boyfriend buy that for you? Does he let you hold it when he puts a dress on you and fucks you in the ass? You want to fight me with your little waifu pillow? You gonna quote anime at me as you run away? Is that how the fight's gonna go? Should Yeb pull a coup and turn the oil in Syria into guac? I don't know. He should probably learn to wipe his ass first before he starts throwing a coup. That would be my guess. The Chinese autistic monkey thing wasn't a joke. Chinese scientists create monkeys with autism gene. Of course, why wouldn't they? For fun. Fucking wacky Chinese. Rate my cut. You're rocking that. You're rocking that look. Good job. Nuking worked on Japan. Well, it was two nukes, not one. And then we had to go in afterwards and help them rebuild, didn't we? The deep state set up the gassing false flag to get Trump to act, and then put Trump in his place, a soft assassination. Um, I don't disagree that there are intelligence community assets that are fucking with Trump and are gunning for him. I mean, we've seen people on social media talk about it, ex CIA, ex NSA, talking about it openly, saying that people in the agencies are looking to get him thrown in prison. But I don't think him appeasing them with some bullshit in Syria or any other kind of military action or economic policy or domestic governmental issue is going to save him. These people don't like him. It's almost like apologizing to a social justice warrior. You just don't do it. It's not going to end well for you. I don't think he's going to do that. I don't know. Like I said, things are really weird right now. I'm a political scientist. I would like to come on and discuss the bad move of the Syria strike. Okay? Um, let's say 5 minutes. I'll start bringing people on. If you want to talk, my Skype is I am not the NSA, all one word, spelled just like it sounds. I am not the NSA. And just when you send the contact request or when you're wanting to come on, just put stream as a comment so I know that it's not like an old one. So I know who to bring on, apparently. Trump supporters are so fucking stupid. Everybody is fucking stupid. Welcome to the human race. Oh, here we go. This is a great image. Assad did nothing wrong. He was winning the war. Plus, why would anybody care about fucking turncoats and rebels? Greater Israel planned. It's showing a little hop, step, and a skip right through the Middle East. Uh, was he winning the war, though? I mean, I know that he had made progress. There's no doubting that, but I don't know how close he was to finishing it up. Jim, we got them weapons, boy. Gotta drop that shit on somebody, right? I mean, we spend that dough, sucker. You know what we do. We do what we do, yo. Everybody knows America's rolling up on their ass when 60 Tomahawk missiles miss their target. That's the American way. Your icon should be in blackface. That would be perfect. I will take that suggestion and run with it. Is Tumblrisms done? Pretty much. There are about 2 more episodes, and they'll probably be spaced out over the next year or two. Tumblr's fun to make fun of, but it's just fucking done. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I could keep making the same fucking video, but it's going to get boring after a while. So I'd rather just keep it to the shit that I think is really interesting. You smoke Camels, smoke Marlboro Red, little baby dick ass nigger shake my head. See, I don't smoke Marlboros because I don't need practice sucking dick. Real men, heterosexual men, smoke Camel cigarettes. But I can see why you'd like Marlboros. Let me know when you bring people on. I'd like to talk about certain points on Syria and North Korea. Yep, about 5 minutes. Start bringing people on here. How small is your girlfriend's pussy? That shit is tight. Industrial military complex. Keep spending more and more money on defense, military, and never use it. Nah, brah. You gotta drop them. Yeah, you gotta spend them to, I guess, justify the cost of getting new weapons. You could just do field testing. Military exercises. Oh, we gotta use real bombs to make sure they work and accomplish the same thing. The Middle East is a shithole. I'm tired of sending American troops to deal with those animals. Shake my head. I'm tired of sending American troops into danger's way when we don't really need to do it. If it was Americans getting fucked with, fine. But, it wasn't American kids that got gassed, was it? Those Tomahawk missiles have an expiration date. Might as well use them. It's like fast food. Use by date. Yeah, freeze by, use by date. If you don't get to it, it spoils. All right. Let me do this again. Otherwise, there are going to be 38 pictures of cocks showing up on screen. You clever little fucker. I gotcha. Yeah, I saw that shit. I knew that was coming. It's a very nice try. Lots of black dicks coming my way. Lots of black cocks coming my way. Some great pictures. I wish YouTube was a little more relaxed as a streaming site. I can show you some of these, but can't do it right now. All right. Let me just adjust if. Oh, that's probably not a good idea. It froze on me again. That is a finicky fucking thing. We'll come back to Twitter in a minute. By my time, it's 10:45, so I'll say 10 minutes. At 10:55, I'll start bringing people on again. If you want to come on, the Skype is I'm not the NSA. Just put the comment stream when you send a contact request or when you send a message, and I'll know who to bring on. And also remember that the stream is delayed, so it will take, you might be hearing me talk right now, but I'm really a minute ahead. So just kind of pay attention to your Skype. Got to have another one of those Camel cigarettes. Trademark. Smooth taste of Camel cigarettes. Let me shill a little bit. I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently there's something going on with ads on YouTube. And now I've got to sell Camel cigarettes to make ends meet. I guess it's a big deal. I don't know. Is that a picture of you, Jim? No, but I love using it. I'm going to use that fucking picture as much as I can. Please stop slurping into the mic. Not going to happen. I'm going to slurp again just for you, asshole. It's a good slurp. Deal with it. Somebody asking what Skype. Welcome to the internet. It's a way, I'll tell you what Skype is. It's a program that lets Microsoft know what porn you jack off to. That's the purpose of Skype. Why not Newports? Fuck Newports. Holy shit, are those horrible cigarettes. Never ever. Hitler hated smoking. Yeah, and he also had stomach issues, so he was pretty much a vegetarian. I like steak. I don't give a shit. And I like cigarettes. I don't give a shit. Jim, how bad was The Void? I haven't seen it yet. Uh, I don't think it comes out till the 11th, actually. And there are no theaters showing it in my state, anywhere in my fucking state. But I am going to watch it because it looks like it's a really fucking great movie. In fact, now that you've reminded me, I'm going to go check out their website again to make sure. They might have gotten some theaters in my area, and if not, I'll just have to do it video on demand or buy the Blu-ray, I guess. How do I pop a nostril pimple? Try cleaning yourself, you disgusting fuck. You shouldn't be getting those. Unless you're like 12 or 13 and just entering puberty. Haberman has to go back. He does. He does need to go back. It's on VOD. So yeah, it's already up there. But I thought they didn't release it on VOD until the premiere in the States of the film, which I thought was the 11th. I could be wrong. I'll have to check out the website, like I said. A couple more minutes here and we'll get some Skype callers. And you can tell me how terrible my politics are and why this move into Syria was a brilliant decision. Notice me, Senpai. I will not. Was 8pol really hacked by furfags? I don't know about that. I used to post on 8pol. This was like a year or so ago. But there was some weird issue going on where if you made a post, it would show up like 5 times in a row, and sometimes it wouldn't even go through, and then half the times things wouldn't load, and images had an issue, and I stopped using 8chan because of it. Now people have told me that's been fixed, but then there was some issue on April 1st where it got hacked, and then all the boards went down, and some kind of a program to take IPs and tie them to posts for legal issues. I don't know. There's a whole fucking thing going on with that. So I haven't really posted on there. But as far as have they been hacked by furfags, I have no idea. Can you pee in Jade's butt? I'm sorry, no. That only I can do that. What is this? Lefty pull tranny board owner. Are you? So, are you saying 8-pole was hacked by Lefty Pole and it wasn't a fur fag, but it was a tranny? Again, I don't know. I don't know the politics of the website. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm out of the loop. Are there spaces in the Skype name? I see two people under that name. There are no spaces in the name. Maybe somebody else is using one too. Best of luck. Send an invite or a comment to both and cover your bases. My cousin is a fur fag. Well, Blind Boy 47, my condolences. Just don't fall asleep around him or you're going to wake up getting yuffed. Do a video on fur fags. I've done a video kind of on a related subject, which were otherkin. But as the video goes into detail, that's a completely, I guess, separate offshoot. And then I did do a video on baby furs, which is a whole fucking other thing. It's one of the deviant videos. You can find it if you go look on the channel. 27th dimensional fur fag politics. Nobody saw it coming. Those yiffy little bastards have pulled the best con in history, and nobody saw it coming. Sharia Blue is here to make you sleepy. We're all getting a little tired. Oh shit. Maybe it's nap time. Maybe we got to get a little bit of sleep. Is the Earth flat? Fucking absolutely. When are you starting your Let's Play channel? Fucking never. Holy shit. Never ever. You want to watch fucking Let's Plays? There are a billion fucking people doing them. And at this point, I can't stand fucking Let's Plays. I just want to watch walkthroughs. If I want to see something about a game, or if I want to watch a game for whatever reason, I'd rather not have some asshole in the corner screaming into a mic about how spooked he is. Fuck that shit. Sometimes I don't want to hear the fucking banter and nonstop whining of whatever fucking freak is doing a Let's Play. Never gonna happen. Do a video on F list. I'm actually planning on doing a video on Fur Affinity after the reaction to the diaper jihad that happened about 3 months back. But that's for later on. Is Kushner unironically the Antichrist? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Do you have crippling depression? Nope. Is Trump the Antichrist? Probably not. Everybody, every president that goes into office is inevitably going to be called the Antichrist by some group. Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Uh, you know, Obama, and now Trump. All of them. You can't have them all be the Antichrist. Am I the? I am not the. No, I have a picture of Linkara. I think I do. I'll have to check. In fact, you know what? Let me go get that set up right now. We'll start bringing on people, get some conversation going. Because you let this go on too long, where it's just you talking, it gets boring quick. So let me get that going, and we'll see what we got. Okay. Oh well, shit. Looks like I changed some stuff. Skype is a horrendous pile of shit. Always great. All right. I will try to space this out so I can get people on here. I see a bunch of contact requests, so I'm just going to go through the list. John Dieter. Okay. I'm just going to go through the list. I'll call you up. I'll let it ring for a little bit. If you're not answering, you're not answering, I'm moving on. And if I bring you on and you're fucking autistic, I'm kicking you off. So hopefully you don't sound autistic, talk about autistic shit, and you have semi decent mic quality. I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I've got a David I'm going to try first. Hopefully this fucking works. Hello.
Hey.
All right,
Hi.
Yeah, just
Uh,
give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure audio's good.
yeah. Just want to make sure I like sound right. Because my setup is fucking shit.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I think we should be good. Hopefully, Chad will be able to hear you. I've got the volume issue sorted.
all right. Um, I just want to stay on for like maybe a minute or two. Don't want to take up too much time
That's fine.
on the stream, but I don't know. I feel like this entire thing could have been completely avoided. Like Trump didn't have to do this. Uh, if we had taken better steps in the past to like even when Obama was still president, like or maybe if we were more diplomatic, I guess we totally could have just avoided starting World War fucking three. Uh,
Now, do you think it's actually going to go that? I've heard a lot of people say this that they think it's going to escalate in the region, that it's going to
because
suck in more nations.
I don't know who it was. The prime minister of Russia said, you know,
Oh shit! What just happened there? I think you died on me, man. Let me check something here. We'll never know what he said. It's always going to be a mystery. Oh yeah, quality just shot to shit. I'm going to try recalling you because I can't hear a thing you're saying. Give it 1 second. Try again here. I guess he got bombed. Hopefully he wasn't in Syria because he's a fucking dead man now. All right, try one more time. All right, well, David, it was nice talking to you. You're obviously been killed in a strike of some sort. So, best of luck. Hopefully you survive the fallout. We've got Mr. Goldberg. Well, of course I'm going to invite Mr. Goldberg onto the fucking stream. Hello.
Hey Jim. Hey,
Hey, how you
I'd like
doing
to make
there?
a quick, pretty good. I'd like to make a quick shout out to my friend Zero. He's in the stream right now, and what I'd like to bring up about the airstrikes is they were in the Homs region, right, just west of Palmyra. Now,
Yeah, I believe so.
now I presume you do not like in the Free Syrian Army the very Islamic militant groups. You know, the former Al Nusra, the former Al Qaeda affiliates. I assume you do not like them.
Wouldn't be giant fans of them, no.
Well, what the strikes did, in essence, was only help two factions in the region, at least for that day, which prevented aircraft from going on any bombing raids.
Hmm.
They only assisted the former al-Nusra affiliates and ISIS in the Palmyra region, because this was the general area this airport covered. So by committing these attacks, all we did was help fundamentalist Islamic groups that want to slaughter the West,
So
which I think is
basically, we didn't benefit. We didn't decrease Assad's ability to keep control of the region. We actually helped the groups that were supposedly against in the region.
yes, we help groups that are objectively worse, even by like neocon liberal cuck standards. Like even those groups they do not like. All this attack did was help them,
So
which I think
do you think there's some kind of a master plan at play here where we want to destabilize the region and allow these kind of splinter groups and these radical Islamist groups to create strife on a greater scale to give us a justification for going in and I don't know, doing more in the Middle East? Or what do you think the rationale for doing this was?
Well, I know Israel sure as fuck loves the destabilization of these strong groups in the Middle East, but I think this attack in particular was just Trump trying to regain his position politically in America after these past few rough weeks. I mean, if you look at the statistics for the tomahawks that were shot, it only had an accuracy rating of like 29.8% or 38.9%. I saw that on news earlier. So I'm not sure if that's completely accurate, but we launched this ineffectual attack, which is only effective for 1 day, really, and it doesn't really amount to anything. We basically just reassert our position and then go home back to dealing with other issues. I do not think this is some bigger attack or bigger plan. I doubt that the Trump presidency wants to act in this way. I think they want to continue to help the SDF taking Raqqa and the Iraqis who are retaking Mosul. I assume he'd want to help there instead of trying to attack Assad right now.
Well, I'd say there are three things, I guess, in response to that.
Hmm.
The first would be power projection. So if
Hmm.
we're launching Tomahawk strikes in this region, if we shot 60 missiles or whatever it was, and you're saying I've read different numbers, but not all of them hit. In fact, it was a minimal amount that hit targets that we wanted them to hit. Does
Hmm.
that not make our military technology and our military ability to carry out strikes, does that not make us look bad? If we're only having a 29% success rate with what we're aiming at, that almost would seem like it would encourage rogue nations, terrorist groups, or even powers in the region to basically be like, why are we afraid of America? They can't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. I guess one of the other points with this would be I don't know if I want a president that, to recoup his numbers, is willing to carry out military actions. And that ties into the third point, which is didn't Trump criticize Obama back in 2013, 2014, around the time that he was talking about intervention in Syria, saying that it's a terrible idea to go in there. It's a terrible idea to take military action, and that the only reason he'd be doing that is to boost himself in the polls.
Well, for starters, I'd like to outline that I do not agree with this military action. I also disagree with it like you do. I'm just stating what I think the rationale was. I do not support a president that would, go attack any foreign nation that's convenient at any given time if their poll ratings are too low. You get what I'm talking about?
No, no, I do. I'm just trying to get
Yeah,
different opinions on this. I'm not trying to argue it with you. I just
yeah,
kind of trying to get a basic idea of what people are
yeah.
thinking because I know a lot of people are really fucking divided on this right now.
Well, the way I see it, maybe we just had some old because I'm sure you know that the U.S. Military has been having a really tough time like modernizing. We've had some trouble with our bureaucracy, which has prevented our military from technologically advancing. And maybe we just had a bunch of tomahawks lying around in armories, which we wanted to shoot at something. So we could have been shooting the worst of our supply at the Syrian airbase to spook them for a day.
So basically, it's garbage day. We're throwing out the shit that's spoiled to get rid of it, and we're putting it to a use rather than just decommissioning it or trying to recycle it.
Yeah, that's
It's an interesting theory.
yeah. Did you also hear about what's happening in the South China Sea?
No, the two things that I was reading about this
Yeah.
evening were obviously what was going on in Syria because that was kind of the big news, and then I heard that we were sending some kind of a vessel up towards North Korea. Something was been ordered to turn around. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, or if you're talking about something else.
Now I'm talking about something a little bit bigger. So Duterte recently said he'll move troops back into all the island he claims in the area, right? Now some of the islands that he wants to send troops into have Chinese military bases on them.
Well, he's fucking insane. I mean, I don't
Yes.
get me wrong. I find the guy funny.
Mhm.
But if he thinks that he can go toe to toe with China, he's out of his fucking mind.
Yes, you want me to get the article? It's a CNN one, so you may not trust the validity, but it's all I really got. I can send it to you over Skype.
No, no, that's fine. I'll take a look at it when I talk to Jake Tapper. Is it Tapper or Trapper later on? Because I have to get his permission before I read things online. Because CNN told me it's fucking illegal for me to read anything without their permission.
Yeah, man, I'm loving the chat. It's just one huge shit post.
That's the best way to go. All right, well, thanks for your time, man.
Yes, it's been an honor to be on here. I've been waiting to talk to you for the longest time. I'm one of your biggest YouTube fans. I guess that makes me kind of a faggot since I don't follow you on Vimeo or
I
FM or
got
whatever.
I don't know if I'd say kind of. I mean, almost 100%. I'm your biggest fan is the gayest shit. But nonetheless, man, I enjoyed your perspective on it. So you have a good one, and I'm going to pull on some other people here.
Okay,
All right,
see
take
ya.
it easy. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed some people in the chat saying that there was issues with the audio. I've got it worked out. So we'll move along here, bring in some other people, get some other opinions. Well, I have to take this one. Dr. Rabbi Goldenberg, how could I not take that one? I see you, Rabbi. I'm a good goy. Just give me 1 second to get you pulled up. Hopefully the rabbi answers. Good evening, Rabbi.
Ah, ah, oy vey.
Oy,
Sorry.
oy vey. Let me just adjust audio here. I think we're good.
Yeah. By the way, I was watching on my TV, and I realized I had to fucking pause it because I knew the audio would bleed through.
Oh, hey, that's fine. That's fine. Is
Yeah,
that a new TV that you bought with the money from the bank you run?
of
Oh,
course.
oy,
Yeah,
oy vey. Ah, my
yeah.
asthma.
Oh yeah.
So
I
what?
bought me one of those Samsung smart TVs.
Oh yeah, let the NSA listen directly in. So tell me, Rabbi, what's Israel's perspective on this? Because you obviously are going to know.
Oh,
Tell us, Goyim, what's going on.
oh boy. I see just so much oil.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
the oil.
you like the oil, do you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tell
Oh,
me,
yeah.
tell me, Rabbi, what do you like more, sucking baby dick at circumcisions or oil?
Oh, oh fuck no, I'm sorry. Sorry, you got me there.
Having yeah, some nice
I have
memories,
an
are you?
asthma attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 8 beers down, and I have to open to my work tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine. So
Yeah,
what's your assessment of the situation?
Honestly, in one way, I think it's a bit of a power play.
Mhm.
I don't know if he's going after the Norks or anything. Mind you, he could be kind of just. I think it was like a cock tease. If that makes sense. He did it an hour before meeting the Chinese president.
So you think this is a way of him saying I've got the bigger dick when he met with Z? Is it?
I sort of think that it could be something completely different that I don't know. I mean, this is just sort of my theory with it.
Okay, so it's a bit of a power play to impress, or I guess project power towards the Chinese for future negotiations.
Yeah, I also think what the last guy you had on here said with the vessel going towards the like South China Sea or North China Sea. Sorry.
I gotcha.
I think it's something like that. I think it's sort of this like, hey, you fuck with us, we fuck with you. You do something that steps out of line, especially towards somebody like China and North Korea, especially. We have the bigger military. We can fuck North Korea up.
Okay. Do you think that Trump's actions right now? I don't know if you voted for him, if you're a supporter.
I did. I was not going to vote for Clinton after. I'm a huge fucking nerd. I'll admit this. I wasn't going to vote for her after the hot coffee shit with GTA San Andreas.
Okay.
That sickened me. That pissed me off.
Okay. So so you voted for him.
Yeah.
So given your idea of what he was going to do once in office, do you see what he's done right now with I guess Syria's intervention and just some of the rumblings that are going on in the White House? Do you see that as him staying the course, or do you think that maybe he's starting to do 180? Do you still have confidence, I guess is what I'm asking, in Donald Trump?
I still have confidence. I'm a little bit worried, obviously. I think it's like, oh, that's. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking with it, but I mean, if things go this way, I'm going to be very, very suspicious of it.
Okay. All right. Well, Rabbi, you have a good evening. Try to smile at the television as you're,
Of course.
drinking beer, so they get good footage of it to blackmail you with later.
I do have a couple things for you, Yim.
Okay.
I figured I'd fuck with you if you had thing, but are you gonna do a 420 video?
No, I'm not going to do a 420 video.
Ah, Christ. And this is a little fan thing. I support you on Patreon also. Are we ever gonna see a return of the original, like the X-Files format? I fucking love that first video so much.
Yeah, I'll explain. I've had people ask me about this, so I guess I'll give you like the reasoning behind what I'm doing. I can't stand all the creepypasta, spooky bullshit videos that are on YouTube. I fucking hate them. And it's ruined X as a board.
It has.
You used to be able to go on X and actually talk about shit and have kind of a good time. I mean, they're conspiracy minded, some goofy shit, but all in all, it was a good place to go for conversation for a few years.
Yeah.
But once this creepypasta shit took over, and once every fucking channel was doing it, it devolved into how do I summon a succubus so I can fuck a demon. Here's
Don't you want that ghost pussy?
yeah, ghost pussy. Here's my 580th fucking Skinwalker story in a row. It's the same repetitive shit because it's been shoved down their throats and mine and everybody else's by these fucking spooky channels on YouTube. So
Well, you did make it a lot more entertaining.
yeah, the whole fucking point of the X-Files is just to shit on that. Eventually, the message will get through, and hopefully the conversation will get better on X. Fingers fucking crossed, but I can't make any guarantees.
Yeah, by the way, my coworkers fucking hate you. I think they know whenever you put out a new video like that, because I have earbuds in 90% of the time where I work. They fucking hate me. Thank you, Jim.
Hey, you're welcome. I love to bring people together.
Uh, Never work retail.
All right.
That's just for a chat there.
All right, Rabbi. Well, you have a good
Of
night.
course.
You have a good night in Israel.
Take it easy, Goy.
All right. All right, chat. Moving along here. Take a few questions from chat and jump back into a few more calls. Ghost Pussy is so good. Everybody loves the Ghost Pussy. Let's be honest. Everybody wants to get a ghost job and fuck a ghost. Completely understandable. All right, let's bring a few more people on. Make sure I got the audio thing up so it doesn't go to shit on me. There's a lot of Goldensteins, Goldbergs, Shlomos, and Sheckelsteins. I did not know that I had this big of a following in Israel. It's quite remarkable. All right, Joe Blow, try you out here. See if we can get you going. Adjust the audio. Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So, what are your thoughts on the whole Syria thing?
Well, the whole Syria thing, I don't know. Let me think about it for 2 seconds. I literally just added this shit because I saw it like literally 10 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely up in the loop. But like, I'm not really an American. I just kind of watch it from a distance and laugh at it all.
Yeah, what are you?
I'm a disgusting leaf.
Oh, you're fucking
So-
Canadian?
Yeah, I'm a subhuman leaf scum.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. No Canadians. I'm sorry, Joe Blow. Move it along. Get another call going. Fucking leaves. I don't talk to Trudeau's children. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen. Goddamn Canadians calling me up. I don't know what they're thinking. Israel and Canada. What the fuck? All right. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Let me ask you first before we go anywhere. Are you a Canadian?
No.
Okay, then you can stay. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on this whole Syria thing?
Alright, man. Okay. So here's my thoughts.
Mhm.
It's so Donald Trump, right? You know, he's doing the Syrian stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck. So he's doing this shit, and then it's like, bomb getting that shit. Okay. So here's the deal.
Okay,
I think-
okay, Chipper. You collect your thoughts. I'm gonna call you back in a minute. All right, moving along. We're going quick. Have your thoughts ready. Have your thoughts ready. All right. We'll try Sam. Sam, are you ready? Pull you in here. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, Sam?
It is going good. Quick
Alright.
question.
Mhm.
How does it feel to be a globalist pawn working for Jeb Bush to steal Senator Breonna's guac recipe?
Well, I get paid the big bucks to be a sellout shill, so I guess I can sleep at night in my $5,000 ostrich feather bed fairly well.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Probably won't say anything too new about the thing. I mean, I just think this was kind of a power play to say, hey, look, we're willing to launch missiles now.
So you agree with the other couple of callers? You think this is power projection?
Yeah, just, hey, we got a big dick. Look at us, throw our missiles around.
Now, were you a Trump supporter? Did you vote for him?
I did. It was between him and Hillary, and I wanted to avoid World War III. Boy, do I look silly now.
Yeah, boy, do you have egg on your face. Do you think that he is staying the course? Do you still have confidence in him, or do you think he's doing a 180 with his recent actions?
I think the thing is still out there. I'm hesitant. Then again, I never really was a big supporter of him to begin with.
Okay.
I wanted Jeb, but no.
I got you. Anything else, I guess, to add on this? I'm trying to get as many people's opinions, kind of, I guess, for what's going on the last 3 or 4 days as I can.
I just think it's all power play. Sorry, I got nothing new to add.
No, that's fine, man. All right. Well, you have a good Saturday.
You too, Jim.
All right, man. All right. Yeah, we get a lot of people saying it's a power play, so we'll see if we get some different opinions coming up here. Pull some more people in. Uh,
Oh,
Good evening.
good evening.
Now, are you or anyone you know a Canadian?
No.
That's the right answer. How's it going tonight?
Yes, it is. All right. I know you're talking about theories.
Mhm.
I have a big Papa Dick, Trump Dick theory
Okay, go
about
for it.
like how people have mentioned that our military is kind of falling behind. We have all these fucking missiles, no one to fucking shoot them at. We got China pretending they don't have tiny little Asian dicks trying to take over the South China Sea. So an hour before he's supposed to meet with this leader to discuss that very fucking issue, he launches a shit ton of missiles, not even caring where they fucking hit, at Syria because my dead kids, my dead babies.
So you think it
And
was to impress China?
I think it was to show China that Trump may be an isolationist, but he's still willing to push the fucking button. And it was also to show Russia that, yeah, we don't want any problems with you, but fix your shit. You have Assad on a short leash, start yanking him back. Get him in line.
Okay, and that seems to be a theory that I've heard a couple of people put forward, and it seems like everybody has the idea that this is a power projection. Um, but I guess it would go back to what I said to one of the last callers. If you're trying to impress a foreign nation, I mean, if I get into a fight with somebody, right, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to come off as a tough guy, and every 10 punches I throw, only one of them hits, do I really impress them, or are they going to think I'm an easy fight?
Well, if you think about it, and I think about it in terms of just big dick, big wallet shit, he threw away all that fucking money just to prove a point. That is fucking Tony Stark in the first Iron Man level douchebaggery. Where he blew up a fucking mountain range just to show a fucking bunch of generals what the bomb can do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I
There's
can
also
understand. I can understand the rationale of what you're saying. I mean, it's we've got the money to spend, we've got the munitions to fire. We're going to just do it and show you what we can do.
I also had another theory because it was kind of backed up by the fact that it sounded like Russia was pulling away from Assad right after the bombings happened and right after those chemical strikes.
Mhm.
Assad right now, even though Russia likes him, no one else does. So sooner or later, Assad's going to get replaced. Trump is trying to get on good terms with both China and Russia because if they're on good terms, it'll be a lot easier to negotiate all the trade deals that are currently fucking us over. So Assad fucks up, or maybe it was a false flag. Maybe it wasn't the rebels. Maybe it wasn't the fucking Syrians. Maybe it was the Russians who decided to gas these kids to give the United States the excuse to go in there, topple Assad. Then all three of those nations pick a puppet, and they all have equal control of this area that will act like a buffer between the Middle East and China and Russia. So now they don't have to worry about extremism. The U.S. doesn't have to worry about my dead babies in Syria, and everybody's fucking happy.
Okay. What future actions? Let's run with that. Let's say that this is to impress China or Russia. Let's say maybe Russia did a false flag, or maybe it was the Syrians, or maybe it was the rebels. I mean, who knows? What future actions from this day forward do you think would what do you think would confirm those kind of theories? Like, what should Trump's next move be, and what next move should he avoid that would be like, holy shit, he's gone off the tracks?
Right now, like if Trump's going to go after Assad, Trump needs to basically do what he did with the airstrike on that base. Be like, hey, if there's Russians there, get the fuck out. Make sure to only hit Assad's forces if there is even hardware that's Russian at that base. Don't fucking hit it. Don't leave a fucking scratch. You want your deposit back, type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
and when it comes to China, though, China's more economical, and they also have their own terrorism concerns. So I think as long as there's a buffer there, which would be Syria, they don't give a shit.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. What do you think of the reports that they were saying that 400 or 500 U.S. special forces were already crossing the border into Syria? What do you make of that?
Honestly, and I had the same opinion when it came to the Afghanistan war, and I was a freshman when fucking 9/11 happened, and I called it as we're watching the fucking planes, or the second plane hit on TV, that we're going to fucking war. Mm-hmm. I would much rather small groups of special ops go in and just do the concise strikes instead of fucking just sending in a bunch of fucking grunts to do patrols every week and be fucking moving targets. Get the special forces, do some, basically assassinations, and get the fuck out.
Okay. What about the reports, though, saying that they want to set up a safe region in the south? near homes or lower south than that. Wouldn't that
You mean
require
from
us?
China? Yeah.
No, I mean from the U.S. that we're going to go in there and help to establish a safe zone, or I don't even know exactly what they envision it being, but if we did something like that, if we actually went in, we need more than 400 or 500 special forces. What would your reaction to us putting troops in Syria be? I mean, actual troops, boots on the ground, guys, grunts having to do patrols and shit.
Here's the 4D chess shit. Russia already has a bunch of troops on the fucking border. They've had since the whole Turkey shit when Turkey shot down their jet. They just have their military waiting on the border. So yeah, we take our special forces, we go in and we clean house. Like we just leave the bodies where they lie. We're not even fucking. We'll take a picture to confirm identities. We're not fucking with the cleanup.
Mhm.
Then Russia sweeps in. Big Papa Russia is now the good guy. Oi, we bring you peace and prosperity and da 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 da. And Russia becomes and almost like what they did with the Ukraine, they become the peacekeepers, or I should say Crimea. They just come in and be like, no, we're the will of the people. We're helping people. This isn't our military. That kind of shit. And I could see it happening. And honestly, as much as people saying we need to stay out of the Middle East, and even that's the reason why I supported Trump, was an isolationist standpoint. The longer we let the chaos and clusterfuck happen in the Middle East, the more it's going to affect everywhere else. I mean, even fucking Russia got bombed.
Yeah, but that mindset
Russia.
would be the opposite of isolationist. I mean, if we're a nationalist, isolationist kind of mindset, we wouldn't want to get involved anywhere. I mean, let them fucking burn. What does it matter to us?
Well, it matters to us when it starts affecting us. And unlike what most people think, we're smart enough not to just, turn the fucking sand to glass. If fucking Putin gets pissed off enough, like say they do a major attack in Moscow or just a high kill count like a Paris attack in Russia, he'll drop a fucking nuke. Putin does not give a shit. And if he doesn't drop a nuke, he will literally carpet bomb a fucking country. He doesn't care.
Well, didn't the Russians learn their lesson, though, about fucking around in the Middle East with Afghanistan? I mean, they kind of went home with their tail between their legs on that one.
That was when they tried a ground invasion of Afghanistan. That's what I'm saying. He'll just turn to glass. He'll just drop a fucking bunch of missiles, firebomb it, nuke it, whatever, and just leave it there as a warning, basically. I could see Putin doing that. I mean, he did it with the gays in fucking Russia.
Well, I don't know. I think ISIS might fight back a little bit harder than the gays. But I get what you're saying, though.
Putin gives no shits. If something threatens Russia's sovereignty or Russia's security, he will go ape shit. And it's weird how that attack happened a few days before this gas attack. And if you really want to put on the tinfoil hats, if you really want to activate those fucking almonds, what's not to say that Putin did not order that chemical attack from that airstrip that the Assad regime would just so happen to let them use at the time to gas those fucking Syrian kids who were in rebel-held territory just to show them how big of a dick he had.
Yeah, you never know, I guess. All right, so you think it's a power projection, and that's kind of what to look out for. All right, well, I'm going to let you go, caller. I'm going to bring some more people on. You have a good Saturday.
Jim, you are great. I've been following you since the IA days. Keep it up, man.
All right, yeah, have a good one, man.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Bring some more people on here. I saw some people asking in chat, what's the Skype? It's I am not the NSA. That is the Skype name. If you send a contact request or a message, make sure to put stream in the comment so I know what you're messaging me about, so I know who to pull in. And again, there's a delay, so just kind of pay attention because you might get rung up. And if you don't answer, I'm moving on. SJW's attacks, Putin versus kids. Yeah, he's going for the toddlers. When you piss off Vladimir Putin, he wipes out your fucking kindergarten. They don't fuck around. That is the Russian way. Somebody saying, Trump pulled a 180, I don't buy this power play thing. I'm going to try to bring on as many people as I can. If you want to come on Skype and get on the stream, again, it's I am not the NSA. I'll bring you on. You can tell me your opinion on that. All right, let's see if this is, we got another one here, a Mark. Hello, caller.
Oh, holy shit, I'm in.
How's it going? Well, let me ask you first. Are you a Canadian, or have you ever associated with Canadians?
No, I'm the Jew. The Jew that runs the V. You know me, man.
Oh, there you go. We got a Jew, another rabbi. There's a lot of Israel and Canada calling for some fucking reason.
No, just I'm American. I'm surprised you don't know who I am.
No, I recognize Mark, but there are 1,000 different screen names that pop up, and I've already had a Sam Hyde and a Ben Garrison who weren't Sam Hyde or Ben Garrison, remarkably.
True enough, true enough. It's just like, it's like shit. So, holy shit, man. Wait, you see that serious shit?
Yeah,
Fucking-
that's
fucking crazy.
that's what we're talking about. What are your thoughts on the whole Syria clusterfuck?
It's a fucking clusterfuck. That's really what it is. I mean, it's like I'm not sure what to believe at this point. It's like I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the chat. It's like, God damn it, everyone's messaging me now. Sorry, Jim. But
Well,
yeah,
That's what happens when you say I'm a Jew. The chat's gonna react pretty fucking quickly. You brought that on yourself. You might as well have said
I did. I know I did.
You might as well have said I'm a Canadian. You'd be getting the same fucking thing, except it'd be a leaf.
Yeah, I know. By the way, you still speak to King of Pole, by the way? He just messaged me the other day.
I've talked to him. God, it must have been like a month back. I'm guessing.
Yeah, he messaged me a month back, too. I mean, shit, I guess, shit, I fucking had a question, but I forgot what it was.
You're killing me here, man. You gotta bring something. What's your assessment of the? Let me ask you this: did you vote for Trump? Were you a Trump guy or not?
Of course, man. I even have the hat. I voted for him in New York, of all places. Obviously,
Brave man.
I know. I voted in fucking New York for Trump. Crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, shit. You're using that Jewish privilege to survive. I'm surprised they didn't hang you from a street lamp.
I know, right?
So,
Oy vey.
so being a Trump supporter and kind of watching what's going on with Syria and the White House shakeup and just a couple of other things, do you still have confidence? Do you think he did a 180? Is this a power play or is he gone off the rails?
I think it's just a mistake, to be quite honest. He was probably forced into this move by, John McCain and such. And, keep in mind, even though he's the president, there are certain powers in play, so to speak. So I think Trump made a bad move, but it's also possible that I was forced into this by McCain and whatever to show like strength.
Yeah, but I don't picture Trump as being such a weak-willed guy that he's going to be pressured by fucking John McCain of all people.
Well, no, but it's like they were probably calling on him to show strength and shit, and this is the perfect excuse for him to show that strength. Otherwise, people would mock him as a pussy.
Wait, so you're picturing that there's like a meeting at the White House where McCain limps his ass in, sits down in a chair across from Trump and says, "Hey, listen, pussy, if you don't bomb those fucking Syrians, we're gonna call you a cuck."
or we'll grab you by the pussy, so to speak.
Yeah. Your daughter's got bigger balls than you. You think that's what McCain was shouting across the desk as he held up a target map of Syria?
Who knows? Probably. I mean, the thing is that I just think it was a bad move. No one's perfect. I still have faith in Trump. It's like I don't think it's World War III just yet. I think we should still evaluate the situation and see what happens, so to speak.
Okay. All right. So a little bit of a fuck up. Maybe you got pressured into it.
Exactly. No one's perfect. I mean, like this one guy, Obito said, he's playing 4D chess.
4D chess, yeah.
4-dimensional chess, and sometimes you fuck up. You make the wrong move.
Now, doesn't that make I distinctly remember when Bernie was running. How every single
God, that fucking cuck.
Yeah,
Holy
I remember how every single burnout, every time Bernie did something, would say it's 19th dimensional chess. Are you getting a little worried that maybe Trump supporters might be falling into a burnout syndrome where they're saying, "Oh, it's 19th dimensional chess," when it really might just be he fucked up big time?
Well, no, I think, like I said, there are factors at play here. Like there's this one screen cap on Discord where people were fucking with Poll and using this tactic of you've seen the screenshot, right?
Yeah, I know the group you're talking about with Sass is the moderator, the guy from some anti-Trump subreddit, right?
Exactly, yeah. So they're taking advantage of that, and they're like trying to, how do you say? I'm sorry, I'm just so fucking nervous right now. Trying to, and it doesn't help that I had a lot of coffee. Anyway, trying to say that it's just, people taking advantage of the situation, people, kind of playing their moves in the chess game, Fuck, I shouldn't have had so much coffee. Holy shit.
That's fine, man. I got the gist of what you're saying, and I'm trying to bring on as many people as I can. But so you think it might have been a little bit of a mistake, maybe a little bit of pressure, but you still have faith in him, though.
Yeah, I still have faith in Ron. I honestly, I would say that no one's perfect. Obviously, we ain't gonna get the God Emperor or whatever, but I think so far he's doing a good job. And honestly, I don't really respect results until the second year of his term.
Oh yeah, now don't get me wrong. I don't think that you're going to really have any president that's going to accomplish much, even in the not even the first 100 days, in the first 200 days. I mean, I think you really do need to give it time to see, are they able to get the kind of legislation they want pushed through? Are they able to get the policies in place that they really want? I think it's any president is going to face an issue once they get into the White House of getting the things they really, really want done, and it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm not one of those people that's on his ass saying, "Oh my God, why haven't you done this yet?"
Exactly.
Realistically, it's going to take time, regardless of who the fucking guy is that won the election.
Exactly. Like it's fucking laughable when I see people like Cernovich saying, "Oh, Trump flipped, Trump flipped." No, he hasn't done shit yet. It's only been what, a few months. I mean, wait, assess the situation and see what happens. It ain't World War III until it's World War III.
Well, once those nukes come flying, we'll know. But
yeah, once the nukes come flying, but
Yeah.
we still have time. I mean,
yeah. All right. Well, Mark, you have a good Saturday, and I'm going to bring on some more callers.
all right, one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit. Holy oh, fuck. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you fucked that up, man. You fucked that up.
Hey,
Live with the shame, Mark. Live with the shame. All right. Get some more callers in here. Get some more opinions. All right, so we've got a couple of people saying power plays. We've got a Mark, and kind of saying that he thinks it might have been a little bit of pressure, maybe just an honest mistake. It's one hell of a mistake bombing Syria. Oops. But I do agree with the notion that you can't really get up Trump's ass too much in regards to just other policy. I'm not even talking about the Syria thing now, but just enacting legislation and getting the things he wants done. Any new president is going to need time to do that. It is going to be extraordinarily difficult for somebody to get what they want in the first 100 or 200 days. That's just being realistic. So I completely agree with that. All right, let's bring on a few more people here, and then I'll jump back to chat, and we'll go with that. Hopefully they pick up. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Jim.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Awesome. Hey, Jim. I just want to say one thing real quickly before I start.
Okay,
Well, two
go ahead.
things rather. First of all, Mark bans me every fucking day for lanky posting, and he's
Wait.
a faggot.
Oh, you hear that, Mark? You're a faggot. This guy says you ban him every day for what?
Lanky posting.
Lanky posting. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck that is. What is lanky posting?
You know Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong 64?
Oh, you're posting that shit every day, are you?
Yeah, he bans me every day.
For Lanky Kong, really? Mark,
Yep.
Mark, what are you doing? It's Lanky Kong. Come on. Or what was your
Yep,
what was your
every day.
what was your second thing?
Bring Purity Sin on.
I'm sorry. Did you just speak of what the fuck did you say?
Bring Purity Sin on.
Oh, bring Purity Sin on. Yeah, I'll bring on more
Yes.
callers as I go through. What was your assessment of the Syria situation?
Okay, what I think what's going on right now is that I have to agree with the power play thing. I think I don't think he's pulling some dimensional chess, but it's you know what real politic is?
Do I know what real politic? Are you talking about, like power projection? What are we talking about?
Yeah, like crazy stuff that makes no freaking sense. But it makes sense to the really high up people. I think it really is. It's real politic, and it's power projection.
Okay. Well, I mean, that seems to be the opinion of a lot of people that I brought on. They all seem to think that this is him trying to get, I guess, a better standing with either China or Russia or maybe even Assad himself. That it's not really that we have intentions of going into Syria or starting a war with Syria, but we're trying to get ourselves, I guess, a better seat at the negotiating table. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Exactly. For example, ancient history here, but World War One.
Mhm.
You had people, pulling their dicks out and declaring war on Germany so they could yank stuff out during the peace talks.
Okay. So you think
So
it's something similar to that?
that's what I think it is. I think it's something to benefit the ruling class, the elites, or whoever the hell. I don't know what it is. I'll admit I'm not smart enough to know what it is, but I know it's absolutely beyond me. I mean, not beyond me, but it's some nebulous dick measuring contest.
Now, so you brought up the example of World War One, though. So do you think that this is going to take us into World War Three if we're following the same footsteps as that kind of strategy?
No, because that wasn't the later stages of World War One. I'm talking about when Japan declared war on Germany. Like, what the hell are they gonna do?
Okay. All right. So another
So,
another power play idea then.
Exactly. Japan at the ending stages, Japan declared war. Italy switched sides, declared war, so they wouldn't get hit as hard. It just really is just so they can have a better seat at the negotiating table.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll bring on more callers, get some more opinions on this. You have a good Saturday, and I will try to get what did you say, Purity Sin?
Purity Senna, yeah, you did an interview with her last week.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look through the list and try to get them on.
All right, thanks, man.
All right. Have a good one. All right. I'm going to take a small break from Skype. We'll bring on more callers in a second. I'm just going to bring up chat. Chat, you get to speak your mind. Have you guys give some opinions on some shit. Let me get this going here. Keep it interactive. That's what the people like. All right, there we go. All right, chat. I'm getting a lot of people saying power play. Getting a lot of people saying power play, or we had one that said it was a mistake, or he might have been pressured a little bit into it. I don't know, chat. Or is that what you think is going on? Do you think this is some masterful power play to get us a better seat with China or Russia or Assad or any other world power? Yes, Chad, I understand that you were kings. We was all kings. You are woke, my brothers. But I don't know if wokeness plays a large part in Syria. I cannot speak to that. Jim is for Israel. I guess you didn't know, but I am actually a rabbi. It's Jim Goldenberg. So show a little respect, will you? Good old-fashioned Hitler did nothing wrong. Yes, I am aware, chat. Hitler did nothing wrong. Oh, there we go. Somebody said Trump is a puppet. A puppet to who, though? 1488 dimensional chest. That's a very high fucking level of dimensional chest. It's not a power play. Add me. I will look for you. All right. Let me bring some more Skype callers on. We'll get some more opinions. Give me one moment here, chat. And oh shit, where are we going here? Okay. I'll take some more callers. We'll try to do this till let's see, another half an hour maybe, and call it an evening. And hopefully we don't all wake up in radioactive fallout, which would be nice. It looks like I have a time traveler trying to get a hold of me. So let me pull him in here. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Jim?
Good. Let me just adjust the audio. The fucking scale keeps sliding back on me every time I pull somebody in. All right, there we go. How's your Saturday treating you?
It's one black pill after another, honestly.
Yeah, so you don't buy into the power play idea?
No, I honestly think that is most likely it's most likely white helmets.
Really?
Yeah. How familiar are you with the idea that the white helmets are like very pro-rebel?
A little bit, but you're gonna fill me in on it. Fill me in on it. Fill them on it.
Well,
give me your idea.
You have like a lot of the white helmets are the disaster relief organization that operates in Syria. They're supposedly, neutral, but you have a lot of these photos of like, hey, look, this guy has a white helmet and he's also posing in front of an ISIS flag with a assault rifle. So kind of makes you question what's going on there. some of the video of the so-called sarin gas attacks just doesn't add up. You have these people like wearing respirators and stuff like that, but like touching these people with their bare hands, and sarin gas, if it gets through your skin, will kill you still. So
Yeah, I've seen the picture you're talking about. It's the one where they're hosing down bodies or kids, and it looks like they dressed up to mop up some spilled poop. They're dressed like fucking janitors rather than
exactly,
hazmat officials.
exactly. Now it could be just backwards, desert people not understanding, how sarin gas works, or it could be pro rebels just kind of thinking, hey, what would be a really great idea to get against Syria that we can't really go against the current Assad regime? Let's make an international incident where the U.S. gets really pissed off at the state.
Now, with this kind of theory, with the white hat one, with rebels, quote unquote, trying to draw the U.S. in or trying to do these things, do you think that? Okay, well, two things. Do you think kids actually died? Do you think people died in a real gas attack? And then the follow up to that would be whether or not the gas attack was real. Do you think that they used propaganda by posing people to make it look more dramatic than it actually was?
Um, Whether or not the kids are dead from gas, I'm not entirely sure. I would say that yet again, I'd say that they were, if they were killed, they weren't killed by gas. It just doesn't make sense for Assad, who is winning his civil war, to, you know, cause an international incident, declare to the world, hey, by the way, all those chemical weapons we're not supposed to have, we have, and we're using them. It doesn't make a lot of sense when you're winning to do something like that.
Now, did you see the picture? And I can't speak to the veracity of it, but did you see the image going around showing a couple of the dead kids, and they did a real, detailed close up of their necks, and it looks like they were choked with something, like it was
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
like a belt or something else like that. But you can see distinct marks going around the neck in a loop shape. So, I mean, that's why I ask. I've heard a lot of theories coming from all different directions about there was a gas attack, but the rebels did it, or there wasn't a gas attack and no kids died. It was all propaganda. Or they did kill kids, but they posed them to make it look like a gas attack. And so I'm trying to get, I guess, people's opinions on what they think exactly happened and what the aim of that action was.
Uh, I don't know if it's. Yet again, I don't know fully all on this. I just know that the White Helmets are a very suspect organization, and whenever you see them on camera with these people, and supposedly this dead girl who, when the camera pans, it's like, oh hey, look, her eyes suddenly open. That's weird.
Yeah, I've seen that video, the one you're talking about where it pans over to the left and then comes back to the right and she's actually looking through one of her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and I've seen videos similar to that. If you go to Live Leaks and you look up fake attacks, like fake gas attacks, there are actually videos of people in different Middle Eastern countries that were at war with the U.S. at one point, staging this shit. They actually show
Oh
you
yeah.
like the behind-the-scenes propaganda stuff. Somebody in chat asked, they wanted me to ask you this: do you think the White Hats are foot soldiers of George Soros?
That's some. I don't know. I don't know George Soros's involvement with any pro-U.S. pipelines in Syria. I think that's like probably one of the major reasons why is that Syria is like a go-between for both like Russian-backed pipelines and U.S.-backed pipelines.
Okay.
But I find it. I don't know. It's just blackpilling because I did vote for Trump. I voted for Trump mostly because he had this very let's not get into unnecessary wars vibe. He was going heavily against Clinton's hawkish outlook on Syria, and if boots are on the ground, I'm burning my Trump hat. I'm done with it.
So that would be the 180 for you. That'd be like, he's off the rails, fuck it, I'm done.
If we are in an armed conflict for a prolonged period of time where boots are on the ground, yeah, I'm done. He pulls off like a whole ton of miracles. Maybe I'd vote for him in 2020, but like this is just.
Let me ask your opinion on one other thing here before I let you go, because I've seen, I wish I could remember the fucking account name now. It's going to drive me nuts, but There is an account on Twitter that's verified for whatever crazy reason, and it's like a 7 or 8 year old Syrian girl.
Oh, the one that was the one that was tweeting during the Aleppo siege.
Yeah, they've been tweeting non-fucking stop for like a goddamn year now. Do you think? I'm just gonna give my opinion on this first. You can tell me what you think. I think it's bullshit. I think it's straight up fucking propaganda. I do not believe that an 8 year old girl is tweeting the shit that she's tweeting and would get verified that quickly. It's way too convenient to give a blow by blow of what's happening in Aleppo and what's happening around the country. It just seems too fucking suspect. What are your thoughts on it?
I think that that social media has been the primary propaganda tool for a lot of these Islamic terrorist organizations in this area. They are very good at it. And I don't know. Like, I know that there are some people that would say that possibly them echo are behind this, but I don't know. I'm not fully woke on that subject.
Oh, okay.
So I can't really give a statement on that, but I do think that like a lot of these social media accounts are most likely propaganda, and it's most likely towards against the Syrian state.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your opinion on this.
I will say this: it is it's very refreshing to see that a lot of people are just suddenly forgetting this whole Trump-Russia narrative. It's like, wow, whew, ooh, lad.
Yeah, I know. It's been interesting to watch the mainstream media and certain political pundits, especially, suddenly forget the thing they've been bitching about for the last 2 months. Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's real remarkable.
I think Keith Olbermann and the Young Turks are still kind of on that crazy wagon, but, you know.
Well, Keith Olbermann has a fucking pillow fort made out of American flags. I don't think
Yeah.
he's sane at this point. Like, he fucking hides under that thing and yells about Donald Trump daily. So I don't know what his mental state is, but Olbermann is fucking one flew over the cuckoo nest with him. But you have a good...
And if I can ask just one quick autistic question.
Yep, and then I'm going to let you go and go to another caller. Go ahead. What is it?
How are you enjoying Persona 5, and who are you waifuing?
I haven't had a chance to play Persona 5 yet. It's something I am interested in, though, because I've heard a lot of really good things about it.
It's pretty fun, but there are some questionable English translations.
Well, that's what makes every game interesting.
Yep. You have a good time, Jim. Hopefully I'll get to be on again soon.
Yeah, have a good weekend, man.
Yep, bye.
All right, bye. All right, so we got somebody who does think it's a 180. Somebody who doesn't buy the power play bullshit, or at least won't buy it if boots are on the ground. So getting some different opinions here. I'm going to bring on a few more people. Okay, I've got somebody saying they've got prior military experience. Oh, get the fucking audio worked out here. Hello?
How's it going, Jim?
How's it going, man?
Hey, don't know if you remember me. It's when friends with Kermit and Paul.
Yeah, no, I know who you are, man. So, what's your take on this? What are you thinking?
From prior military experience, I'm guessing that it was a show of goodwill to Russia to let them know that Tomahawk cruise missiles were coming in and to move their people out of the way.
Well, yeah, no, I don't deny the fact that we probably gave a heads up to Russia because, well, there are a few reasons, but I don't think we wanted to get involved in an armed conflict with them.
It's not just that. It's not just Russia. Russia obviously gave the Syrian military a heads up as well. That's why you haven't heard any casualty figures at all, because no one died.
Wait, now I thought they reported, weren't there 3 KIA?
Were they?
Yeah, I heard 3.
Yeah, okay, because I haven't had any reports come to me today about that.
Well, no, and
check
see,
into it.
yeah, and see, I could be wrong on this, but the crazy thing with it is, like, with the amount of missiles that hit targets or didn't hit targets, it's like the numbers fluctuating all over the place. And there were reports nobody died, then maybe some people died. So it's kind of it's like the mainstream media.
That can't be proven to happen.
So what do you think? What do you think of, I guess, the situation as a whole? Do you think the gas attack was real? And do you think
no?
Okay, who do you think is behind it then?
Gas attack it is most likely it's a fabrication by the rebels. The last time there was a supposed gas attack with the sarin gas, that was accused, that was explained to have been by the Syrian army, turned out to be the rebels using the gas.
Okay.
And that was back when the red line was drawn, which the only reason we didn't invade Syria then is because Assad handed over all of his chemical weapons. So we had no premise to actually invade at that point. So he hasn't had chemical weapons since, what, 2011?
Yeah, it would seem like that. All right, so if it's a false flag, uh, with Trump's response,
Well, not really a false flag, just a straight out lie.
well, yeah, well, I mean, it's a false flag false flag. It's a false flag in regards that the rebels are trying to make it look like Assad did it when Assad
Yeah.
didn't do it to get the American military to come in and intervene.
Mhm.
What do you think about Trump's response? Do you think he's gone off the rails? Do you think this is a power play? What do you think?
I would say I would say, for what he did, I would say it was an unnecessary response, but it was an interesting one to say the least.
Oh, okay, interesting how?
Interesting because, again, there was no secondary corroboration of evidence, else the United States government would have pushed it out.
Right.
You know, and they're claiming that, okay, Russia could have done it, but we don't know. So they have no idea if the evidence is actually there.
Wasn't somebody claiming this evening that Israel, of course, Israel had confirmed that Assad did in fact use chemical weapons, that it was 100% confirmed through their intelligence?
Isn't the same Israel that spied in on the Iranian nuclear deal, try to sabotage that?
Well, hey now, let's stop being so anti-Semitic. All right, they're good guys. They haven't done anything wrong in that region.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is to Israel's best interest to keep the Syrian war going. So, of course, they will say anything to keep it going.
Okay. So you think it was an interesting response on Trump's part. What would you say going forward, let's say over the next week, what would you not want him to do? What would freak you out and you'd be like, okay, something's going on. This isn't Trump. He's not doing what I expect.
Well, there's two things here. For the people saying that there's 400 special forces people inside of Syria, that's actually probably more true than they think. Okay. We had people in Afghanistan and Iraq for about 2 or 3 years before we invaded, because that's standard military protocol is to infiltrate and then research, human intelligence and stuff like that. Hard targets. That's just common practice for the military.
Right. I find that understandable. What I think I find weirdest about it is that it's being reported by the news. You wouldn't think that if you're going to send 400 special forces in, that you'd be broadcasting that.
Oh, but Jim, we got CIA spooks, leaking like Vault 7 and shit. So I don't know what you're talking about, sir. That just sounds like standard practice to me.
Yeah, apparently. Fuck it. Who needs secrets anymore? CIA, NSA. Let's give all the fucking tools out. And just walk out the front door.
Hacker group hit the NSA today as well, so they lost all of their.
Yeah, I was watching that. I find it remarkable. I still think the CIA fuck up is bigger because some guy literally walked out the fucking door with the shit.
Yeah.
At least the NSA has the excuse that they got hacked. The CIA was so fucking inept. Somebody walked out the goddamn door with their top secret shit, which is fucking ridiculous.
It's not hard. Stuxnet was walked through the front door of an Iranian nuclear facility, so it's not really that bad.
Well, no, see, I heard they did that to themselves, right? Stuxnet was
they airdropped thumb drives that said porn on it. Yeah. So they would plug it into their mainframe computers because that's the only ones that had USB ports. That's how they took down the nuclear facility. But yeah. It's anybody who can walk through or walk out of a building is a security risk. That's why when I was in the Army, any top secret areas I had to go through, you can't have any electrical devices on you at all. Mm-hmm. Or they would break them in front of you if you brought them into the building.
Yeah, which just makes me wonder what the fuck the CIA is doing.
Incompetency? Or now, is it intentional or not? Don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, well, I'm going to jump to some more callers. Thanks for the perspective.
Also, for the one thing, the claim that we were doing this as a show of force to China,
okay,
totally irrelevant. our tonnage in the water for our Navy outstrips theirs by like 10 times.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
And
their Navy is relatively,
they
well, not even
have
relatively,
one
it's
skip
completely.
ramp aircraft carrier that was outdated in the 60s that they bought from Russia.
Of course, yeah.
And,
Take their used
and
goods.
so as it's monitored at this point, Japan can hold off China's entire military for 3 months. That's required for our ships to cross the Panama Canal to get to Japan. So it's this whole show of force thing is not really logical. I would just say that this is a whole thing just to get the Democrats pacified, and because no one really got destroyed. I mean, operations for the Syrian army didn't really get halted for more than 24 hours.
You really think this is to pacify the Democrats, though?
Well, look at them. They were filleting Trump for about 48 hours after he did that. As soon as he's now presidential. I mean, that's obviously those were talking points handed down by the media corporations, but it's one of those things. Well, now, what was it? He said he was we invade. Presidential capability drops below a certain point. You should expect somebody to try to invade another country to rise it up again.
Okay. All right.
And
Well,
he said that back in 2013, and now he's doing it here.
Okay. Well, I gotta cut you. I gotta cut you off because I'm getting low on time. But thank you for the perspective. Have a good Saturday. I'm gonna get a few more callers on, and then I'm gonna call it a night.
Yes.
All right.
See ya.
Have a good one, man. All right. So we're getting some interesting ideas of kind of what's going on. I'm trying to get as many varied opinions as I can. Pull a few more people on here, and then I'm gonna call it a night. It's been going on for about 2 hours. It's probably about my limit. Actually, you know what? I will check out. Where the fuck is it here? I'm going to check out Twitter real quick and see if anybody sent any interesting articles. Pull them up and do something with them. Hopefully, it's not all black dicks, but I can't promise you that. I spoke too soon. Somebody on Twitter asking why Skype, use Discord instead, much better audio quality. Not going to use Discord, I'm straight. Sorry, I'm sticking with Skype. I get shit for it all the time. What can I do? The Void went up on VOD last night. If you like Lovecraftian and Carpenter horror, you'll enjoy it. Also has a From Beyond feel. Yeah, I think it's a great movie. I really wish it got in theaters. Now that I know it's up, I'm going to go watch it. Because that movie is fucking amazing. It looks really, really good. My favorite smokes are Camel Turkish Jade. That would be incorrect. Close, but incorrect. When am I doing a video on Movie Blob? Never. Probably never. Assad is a stabilizing force in Syria. The turncoats and rebels have no administration. Trump is a chaos undivided champion. All right. I'll give it another 10 minutes here. I'm going to try to pull on 2 more people. And then I'm going to close it out for the evening. So let's go. What do we got here? Audio tab is always changing up on me. Hello? You there, Andrew? Not hearing anything. You there?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, wow, this is actually working.
So what's your take on the Syria thing?
Honestly, I'm completely surprised by it.
Really?
I don't know about power play. I'm more convinced by the 1488D chess, if we're being honest.
Oh, you cut out a little bit there. You're more convinced by what?
Yeah. Well, I'm on a really big delay.
I would say so. I'll give you a chance to fix it here. What you were saying that you're not convinced by the power play. What did you think it was?
1480D chess.
Yeah, you're. I'm sorry, man. Your audio's killing me here. I don't know if your mic's not picking it up or what's going on.
I think I have like 5 calls going.
That might be what's killing you. Give me a quick bullet point. I'll let you shout something out, and then I'm going to jump to somebody else. What something on Syria or Trump? What do you want to get out there?
He's playing 1488 chess.
1488 D chess.
Yes.
All right, man. You have a good Saturday. Yeah, I'm sorry, Andrew. For whatever reason, your audio, maybe it's a lag in the stream, maybe it's a lag on Skype. Occasionally it happens where the audio is just being a pain in the fucking ass. All right, try somebody else here. Hopefully the audio issues won't be an issue on this one. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you there, Michael?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, what are your thoughts on the Syria situation?
I would have to say that I don't think it's a power play. I think the whole thing is completely retarded.
Okay,
Because you see,
completely.
because you see, on the campaign trail, he made it very clear that his main goal was to defeat ISIS, and instead he goes out and strikes one of the people who is also trying to defeat ISIS. It simply seems illogical.
Okay, so you think he's done a 180 then? You think he's gone off the tracks on this?
It all depends on the aftermath. If he goes full scale total war against Syria, well, not total war, but something along the lines of the other wars in the Middle East, then yeah, I would say he's gone off the tracks because
Now,
the whole.
Were
Because the whole,
you a Trump supporter? Did you vote for him?
I was not of age to vote.
Now, I've got to say, man, you sound like the Joker, because I'm like imagining you're like 20 or 30. How old are you?
Underage.
You're underage. God damn, you've got a deep voice.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Well, if you couldn't vote for him, were you at least a supporter of his, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Okay, so you like the guy, you supported the guy. Are you worried that he's going to 180? And if he does that mean that he conned everybody? I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, his initial motivation was like the whole thing about, oh, we've got all these poor children. We got to send and that's why he sent this whole airstrike. It sort of reeks of the whole WMDs thing. It's really late where I am, but it just sort of feels like he's trying to, like, just the way how it's such a how the details around the whole the supposed gas attack are really sketchy, and he's taking like actual military action because of it. It feels like this is going to turn into another case of we're going to go into this country because they have WMDs and we're going to bring freedom and democracy to the Middle East. It really just feels like it's going to be another one of those sort of conflicts.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good Saturday evening. I'm going to try to get a few more people on here.
Actually, right now where I am, it's Sunday morning.
Well, Sunday morning. All right. Well, good luck hunting Batman. I wish you the most success. All right. We'll get one more call in here, and then I'll take a little bit from chat, and then I'm going to call it an evening. So let's pull. Somebody saying stream asshole. That's a good way to start it. That gets my attention. Let's pull them in. You there, West?
Hey, what's up, Jim?
Oh, not much, man. So, what's your opinion on this evening and all the shenanigans going on?
All right, well, my opinion. Can you hear me all right, by the way?
Yeah, no, you're coming in nice and clear.
Okay, cool. So my opinion is that Jared Kushner is controlling Trump via a series of magical puppet strings. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of the golem. It's a creature in Jewish lore,
No,
just created.
yeah, I am
never heard
familiar.
of it?
You think that Jared Kushner has turned Trump into his golem?
Yeah, dude. So basically, he created a mold of Trump out of clay, then put a magical piece of paper in his mouth, and that piece of paper is fucking saying, "We got to nuke Syria." That's exactly what he's doing.
So it's like Jewish voodoo.
Yeah, essentially, it's fucking voodoo, man.
Okay, so Kushner's using his Jewish voodoo to get Trump to attack Syria. What's his end? What's his end game? What's Kushner after? What does he get when he gets Assad out?
Well, I mean, absolutely nothing. He wants to reestablish a Jewish state in fucking America. So in order to do that, he's going to nuke all of the Middle East.
Well, that's fucking ambitious. Is that why he's getting rid of Bannon?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's 36, man. He's just at the right age where he can succeed Trump as president if he gets enough popular support. I feel like this is the way he's going to do it.
That's weird. So, do you think we're facing a situation where we're going to have autistic people on the internet using meme magic against Jared Kushner's Jewish voodoo? Is it going to be like a showdown of mythical forces?
Oh, dude, fucking chaos gods versus goddamn golems. I can't wait, man. It's absolutely what's going to happen.
It's like a fucking Hollywood movie come to life.
I would pay good money for it. I mean, Japan's probably going to make a fucking monster movie out of it.
Yeah, or a hentai. One of the two.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, well, this is a perfect way to end the stream. Thank you so much for the fucking call.
No problem, man. I appreciate it.
All right, have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, yeah, you know what? I think that was the perfect ending to this. So I'm going to close out Skype. I'll bring up chat for a little bit here, and then close it out. Let me pull this up. Get that going. Pull that up. There you go, chat. So there you have it. A couple of different opinions, some varied opinions. Power play, he fucked up. He's done a 180 maybe, or it's Jared Kushner's Jewish voodoo that has turned our president into a golem. It's one of those options. I think I agree with the last caller. I think Jared. I think Kushner has turned him into a golem. That's the one I'm going with. I should do an X-Files on that. Well, like I said, I tried to get as many opinions as I could onto here. But I just wanted to talk about it because it does seem like people are really divided on this, and I can't really get a good feeling as to what the fuck is going on. It seems like we've jumped into a completely different timeline. You know, I think Trump needs time to get the things that he wants to get done. I think that's going to take more than just 100 days. But the Syria thing and then the rumblings that are going on in the White House with Bannon especially, they do have me concerned. And again, I didn't vote for Trump, but they do concern me. I think if he pushes Bannon out, it's not a good sign for things to come. Because it means that people like Kushner and Cohen and Dina are in a better position and have more power to advise him on future actions. I don't like the idea that he's taking advice from McCain. I don't think he is. I know that there's, everybody seems to have picked a side for whatever reason. I've heard the opinions of people like Cernovich, and I've heard the opinions of people like Paul Joseph Watson and Sticks and all these other people who, seem equally as, I guess, bewildered by what's going on. But I think it comes down to having to wait and see what happens next, and really having to make a decision maybe a month from now after we see how this plays out. Did you vote for the man, or did you vote for what the man said he stood for? And only you are going to be able to make that decision. So ignore the fucking shills, ignore Sharia Blue and all the neocon pundits that are pumping shit continuously into the mainstream media. You're just going to have to go with your gut on it. You're going to have to go with that same instinctive feel that said, this is the guy I want as a candidate, to make the decision on whether or not he stayed the course or he jumped off the rails and did a 180. I just don't know how it's going to play out. Everything over the past couple of months has been fucking crazy. So we'll see. With that, chat, I'm going to close it out. We've gone for about 2 hours. I wanted to do a stream, like I said, just because there's a lot of crazy shit going on. And if more things happen, I will do more streams. And if we have a nuclear holocaust, I will stream until the fallout reaches me and kills my ass. Okay. I usually have to just like pause here because for whatever reason when I'm streaming the delay actually cuts the fucking stream off and then I get people bitching about it. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a buffer. A little bit of a buffer and then call it a night. Have a good Saturday. Hopefully we all survive till Sunday. And we'll just have to wait and see what the fuck's coming.